Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I warmly welcome you all to the final session of From Zero to Hero in Python, organized by the Edvicon International and Benzyme Ventures. Before inviting the guest speaker, I would like to give away some special announcements. Please make sure to mark your attendance from the link that will be shared in the Zoom chat and Facebook Live. And if you all have any questions, feel free to drop your questions into the link that will be shared in the Zoom chat and Facebook Live. So stay in touch with the Zoom chat during the session. Mr. Fikri Ismail is a well-experienced software developer on various technologies. He was awarded by Microsoft as a most valuable professional 15 times in a row. He is the founder of Peach IT and also a global technical speaker and communicate leader. Without taking much time, I now respectfully invite the guest speaker to continue the session. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, so good evening, everybody. Today is the final day of this Python Zero to Hero classes. So my name is Fikri Ismail and I'm an MVP for Microsoft Developer Technologies. And mostly I just work on Node.js, .NET, C# and other various technologies related to development with cloud as well. And today I'm going to just at the last day, because we were like supposed to do something with everything we learned. Right, today I thought, okay, why don't we build a small web application using Django with a database, and we're going to build a small blog application. So you will blogging and you will enter data and then you will enter your post and it will be displayed on your website. If we have some time, we might look at some styling as well. So that's the path today I'm going to take about. So I'm going to using the basic, the Python knowledge we already gained from last a month or so. It's like 4 days we spent. We learned from scratch. We create some basic calculation. We learn about object-oriented concepts. We learn about different lists, and then different things. I might introduce some more things here as well. Today I'm gonna use a technology called Django. It's spelled as DJNGO, Django, to build this web application with Python. Django will be a third-party library we're going to use, and there are other libraries as well. Like for example, if you look at there's another one called Flask, so you can use. It depends on your requirements. I'll prefer Django, and it's more easy to understand, and it will easy to create applications. Today we're gonna build a small blog to your own. Like after you just with this class, if you want, you can just enhance this one. Right, enhance this application as per your need. So we'll start with a scratch. I'll just share my screen first. Let me share the screen, my browser. Yeah, screen 3. So you will see a browser here. So our output will be browser. I think you should see the screen right now. Right. Our output will be the browser. We're going to use the browser. I'm going to turn off my video as well. So let's focus on the screen for now. Okay. So we're going to use the browser, and then you can use this command prompt. So there I'm going to teach you some techniques today. So when you build an application, first you have to create a developer environment. This is called creating your developer environment. So far, we just worked on the default environment, whatever we have. But from now on, we're going to work on even a small application. It's better you create a developer environment, and then everything you install will be restricted to that environment. Like if you're working with Python and some Django version, and then it will be with this environment. If you're installing, it won't be global. It will be only for that environment. So make sure you always create that environment. So before that, everybody, you can just check whether you have Python installed. How do you do that? You just say Python and version. So it should display the version like this, 3.97. I am this latest version is like 3.10. Now this is a bit old right now. So we'll start from there. So first things first, let's create the developer environment. It's simple as this. This is how you do that. You're going to type a command using its same Python command. You just first you have to create a directory. So at the moment I am in this directory. If we just say now I am here, see in this directory, playground A, playground Python day 5. I'm here right now. That's the first thing. So you have to create a directory, or you can just use the same directory. For example, I'll just create my directory. I'm going to say make dir. I'm going to say my blog. See, now we have this blog here. I'm going to say I'm going to inside that directory. Now I'm inside here. If we just say pwd, you will be here, right? So that will be the directory we're going to use. Now inside this directory, inside this folder or directory, I'm going to create my environment, right? The first thing I'm going to create my environment. This is how you do that. It's a Python command, right? You just start with saying, let's say Python, and if you type help, you will see plenty of information here. See, plenty of information. It says different things. I'm going to use this one, -m, run library module as a script. This means you can just run a Python script or a module as a module. So it will be executed. This is the first one I'm going to use. This is, we start clear. I'm going to say Python -m, right? We haven't used any options in Python. We just say Python file. It's a Python data. And then there is a module called venv. This module, this is called the virtual environment, right? I'm going to create virtual environment. This is Python, this module. I'm going to call this module, and next parameter should be the name of it. So normally we can just create my environment like that. Any names? Any name? Okay, it's not muted. Let's see. Right, you can just say Python -m and venv. Venv means the module, the virtual environment module. And next step will be, if you just say, okay, type help, you will get that information like this. See, the environment and then the name. This help for this module. See, not just Python, help for this module will be help. So I'm going to use, you said says venv and then the name of that environment, whatever the environment. So this is how we do. Now I'm going to create that name. So Python -m venv, and the name, and normally we use the same name, virtual environment. Doesn't matter, I mean, whatever the name. So we have used to use the same name. I'm going to press enter, right? This will create an environment. It will create a directory. See, it will create a directory inside the same directory. If you just say, okay, ls v, and then you will get some files. See? Some configuration file, include library scripts, all those things will be there inside that folder. Now, after creating it, we have to switch inside that environment. We have to use that environment. This is how we're going to do. If you're using Windows, it's just simple. Windows, you can say / the name of your directory, and then there's a scripts folder, scripts, and then you shall activate. Right? This is the command you have to run. How are you going to do that? We're going to say / the directory name, and then the scripts folder and the activate, which is activate, right? When you press enter, see what will happen. Now your command prompt changes like this. That means you are inside the environment, right? This is how you do that. So it means you are inside that environment. So nothing to worry about. Now you know where you are, right? The first thing. Now I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. I'm going to say code dot. I'm going to open my Visual Studio. So this is my Visual Studio. Now you will see this environment. You have include libraries. Whatever you install, whatever the libraries you can install, it will be inside this environment only. So that's the best part. So you don't have to worry about your entire system, right? Now, if you look at the terminal, new terminal, so you will see the terminal again, right? So you have to go with that. So now next step will be installing. Now I said we're going to use Django, right? Next step will be we are going to install Django. How do you going to install a third-party module? So using this pip command, right? Pip install like that. So this is how you install a new module, third-party module. Django will be a third-party module for you to use, right? So how are you going to do that? So we're going to say create the environment and then you will install Django. This is how you install. You're going to say pip install Django. You can just say any version you want. You can just say 2.12. It will install the specific version. So make sure if you just say just without any version, that means it will install the latest, whatever the version right now. You just say pip install Django and enter. This will install Django. See? Now installing packages. All the information now you have installed. If you just say ls, you will see nothing yet, right? So, but after you install, you might get a new command line. After Django installation, how do you going to install? This is the command. Pip install Django, right? After this one, you will get a command line tool called Django admin, right? You're going to get a command line tool called Django admin. This is, you can just test it. You can just say Django D and admin. So this is the command. Make sure you remember that. So Django admin. And if you just type version, you will get the version. See, this is the latest version, 3.28. So normally when you develop, it's better you just stick to one version or maybe Django admin 2.1 something. So you know now after installing this command execute means that means the installation is done for Django. Even though you don't see anything here, but this command line tool is installed after you installing the version we know. Now we're going to create a Django application. This is how you create. You can start with like, we just say Django admin. Look at this, and you will see a help here. See lots of help. So check. See, these are Django available subcommands for Django admin. You can just say check compiles all these things. So make migration, migrate, run server, all these will be from Django, right? First thing you have to do is like you just have to create a application. How do you do that? This is how you do that. There is a function called start project. This is the subcommand. If you look at here, you will see this subcommand. Start project. Right? Start project means this is every time you create a new project, you have to create this new project. Yeah, let's say Django admin. Now next step is the start project. Start project, the second one. And then you have to give your project name. Right? Now I am inside this project name. The project name is my blog. See, it says my blog. And if you just do like this, it will create another directory called my blog and install everything. If you put dot here like this, a dot here like this, it means it will create the project inside this folder. So make sure you put the dot. If you are creating a directory and you go inside, then you can just, if you're outside a directory, you can just straight away say Django admin start project blog. I'm going to say dot. Now press enter. Now this will create the project. To ls, now you have the project. Say my blog. See, now you have this managed. Now these three files means, let me see. This is your main blog entry. That means main blog app. And this file is the most important file. This will be the one we're going to use to develop manage.python, right? So manage.python means it's a module. It will help you to create commands. So this is how we start. Now, if we just open code, Visual Studio Code, go back to my Visual Studio Code. And if you look at this one, you will see my blog. See, this is how a default Django project will look like. This VNV folder, we know that's our folder we create. Now we have a manage.python file and we have this initialization file. So this is a special file. You have to understand this file because remember we created, I'll just open a file like this. I will show it to you like this. Let me go to another directory. Maybe open another shell. Ubuntu PowerShell. Yeah. Go inside. Let's say go to A and then go to playground and go to Python and go to day 5 right? I'm going to create another folder called makdir examples, and I'm going to go inside into a file. Let me go inside. I'm going to say code dot a different thing, different code. I'm going to trust this. Yes, I'm going to create a file like this. I'm going to create a file saying, let's say math dot python, right? I'm going to create a file like this. Remember these things, dev, add numbers. I'm going to say n1, n2. I'm going to create return n1 plus n2. You remember this one, right? So now I'm going to create another one, def sub numbers. n1, n2, right? Not dev, it should be def. I'm going to say return just n1 minus n2. So now we have like two different library commands. I'm going to create another one called app.python. Now I can straight away import this maths. Right? You can import this maths and then you can just say next time print maths dot see add numbers. You have that 1 and 2. You can just do the same print maths dot add numbers, not maybe sub numbers. I'm going to say 10, 5. There are two different files. You can just say terminal, new terminal. You can just say python dot app dot py, enter, you'll get 3 and 5. See, two different things. Remember that. So this is how you import. Now you have a module here. This is called a module. This is one way of doing it. If you want to create your own modules like maths, different modules, you can just do another thing like this. You can just import the same thing and then you can do the import like this. If you want only subtract numbers, you can just say from maths import subtract numbers. See, you can just use like that as well. Then you don't have to create like this. You don't have to say sub numbers. You can just directly call that. You don't have to call maths dot numbers. There are two different ways of doing it. You will using plenty of these things in the project today we are working on. This one way of doing it. And another way of doing it, like you can just create, you have maths. So maybe you can just create another one called strings.python. Right, I'm going to say def, right, maybe print 100 times some string. Return, you can say s dot into 100, right? You can just print 100 times here. So this is one way. Now, if you want to use this in app, how are you going to use it? You can say import strings, and then you're going to use print strings dot, let's say 100 times. You can use this some string here, test. You save it, just run it, and then see you have this 100 times printed. So those kind of things you can use. What you can do is like now you have the two different files, but you can just package these files into a folder. You can just say package utilities. Right, utilities. You put these things inside the same folder. You select and drag drop inside this, move, yes. Now you have a utility, right? Now inside that folder, you have to say a new file, saying a special file init dot two underscores dot python. So this will treat as a, I'm going to delete everything. Now look at this, what will happen. Now app.py, you can say import utilities. See, now you have your utilities here. You can just say print, we just say utilities dot, now you have maths dot, you can just say, where is it? Let's say import, you can just say from import strings. Using utilities. You can just do like this. So you have the understanding of strings.py. It will be act as a file. Now here is the same thing. If you go back to our other code, let's go back. I'll just close this one, save and close. Now, if you go back to this one, it's the same. See, you can just use this thing. You have different files here. So this will be all the information like settings and all those things will be here. And then the settings files will control all the information you need. What are the modules you learn? So this is installed app. You have an admin, auth, all these are installed app with your Django, right? We're going to use admin and auth today. So you will understand, and sessions, messages, static files. Sessions means all the session variables, like if a user opens a browser, that will be his session. We can create variables only for him. If another browser open, it will be another session. And messages, static file means all your HTML files, right? So now we have your middleware. Middleware means it's like to start with, I'm going to open my PowerPoint. I'm going to explain something to you, right? Maybe not this one. Let's open. This is nice. Let's open Draw in Dragon Black. Right? Now you will understand this one, how to use these things. Now imagine this is my browser. Right? And this is the internet. Now we have a browser and this is the internet, and this will be the server. Right, whatever the web server. In the browser, we're going to type saying www.example.com. Right? So this will go through the internet, and when it will go to the correct server, which is the example, let's say this is my server, and this is the example.com. Right? Example. It will reach here. It will reach here in the server. Right? This path. This path is called a request. What you have to know is this path is called a request. So let me get another arrow here. This one is called a request. Right? We're going to call it as a request. So we're going to request it. So browser, whoever the user, maybe browser, we're going to say browser or the user, whoever using this. This is called a request. So it goes back example.com, go through the internet and go into the server, and it will, then server will be sending back another output back to from here through the internet, and you will get another output to the user. Right? This is called a response. So whatever the server you request and then response, request response. This is the pattern it goes. This is called a request response pattern, right? Anything you request, it goes back to the server. Server can do something, any work that it wants, and then it will create something, and then response, request and response. This is how it works in the internet. Right? Any web application works like this. This is the basic, the top level request response. We're going to use the same things to build our application. Right? Let's go back to my server code. Right? These are called middleware. Middleware will be executed in between the request and the response. Right? It will be executed anything, any middleware. It will be executed here and it will go back. And these are the templates, and these will be the, you're going to use template, you will see it, and then this will be the URLs. Right? URLs means the path. At the moment, there is one path. There's only one path here. So it's admin. We're going to create more paths here. Yeah, let's look at the actual code now. Now everything is here. Now this is how you start with Django. First step, you go back to your command prompt. You're going to say clear not this one, clear, right? Now look at this. If you see this manage.py, this file is the important one. We're going to use this file for everything, right? This is how you use. You're going to say Python manage.py. We know this, right? We already know this to execute our Python, but after that it has some subcommands. Subcommands, which the first one we're going to use is like if we just say help, you will see that. See, for Django related stuff, all the Django related stuff here, I'm going to start with this command. This one, if you just see, there's a command called, where is it? This one, run server. Let's use that. I'm going to clear it again. Let's say, how do you going to use it? Python manage.py and then run server. It should be one word. Remember that. Python manage.py and then run server, right? After that, you press enter. Right? This will, don't worry about this red line. We're going to fix that later. At the moment, now you have this one. See, it's a system check. No issues are there. Now the server is running on this port. See, everybody knows this port. It is localhost and the port is 8000, right? Now I'm going back to my browser. I'm going to type that localhost, and then the path is, what is the port? It is 8000. I'm going to say 8000 and press enter. If you see this screen, that means your Django installation is successful. It doesn't mean you can do anything, but still, if you see this screen, that means it will say Django version 3.2 and your install worked successfully. That means everything works on Django. Now, next step will be starting. You see this screen, this nice little screen, right? Now, next step is we call it as paths or pages. In a server, normally, if you want to go to website, some website, you can just say, let's say, I'm going to create a website saying, I'm going to say www.example.com or maybe www.myblog.com / you just say post. What will happen? It should display all the posts of your blog, right? So this is the domain name / post. And then if you want to add a new blog, create a new blog, you can just say post / new, right? It will create. These are called paths. This is the domain name. This area will be the domain name, and everything else. These are called paths on this area. This is a path / post. It's a path, and / post not new. It's a past, right? Everything is a path, and this will be the same domain name, but / post new. Whatever it is will be a path. Now we're going to create a path and an application first, right? This is how you do that in Django. You can create inside this one as well, but still, if you go back to your Django project, now I'm going to create, see, this is the main package. Now I'm going to create another package to create the post, because this is a very good practice. You have to use this. What I'm telling is like, because a good practice means if you want to reuse these packages, you can just take away, copy paste, and now export it into a packaging software, and then you can just using pip install, or else you can just copy paste into somewhere and use it. This is how you gonna start it. I'm going to go back to, because the server is running. See, the server is running, still it's running. It says, if you want to stop it, you can just say Control-C, it will stop it. Else, you can just start back the server saying, start server. Now the server is running, right? Control break will stop the server. Till now, if you just go back to your browser, you will see this page again. See, you see it. Now I'm going to create a package for my post. That's the one I'm going to use, right? This is where you start. You go back to Visual Studio Code and open your terminal. I'm going to open my terminal here, new terminal. Here, clear. Now you will see, it says you are in the same environment, right? Let's open that terminal. Now, this is how you use. Now, again, you have to use the Python. Now, manage.py. Almost you have to use this manage.py because this is the one going to help you with Django. And now there are another, let's try help. I will show you another command. Remember when we create a project, what did we use? Under Django, under this Django, you will see two different things. When we create an application, a project, we use this one. Right? If you want to use a module or a package, you have to use this part. This is a very good practice. Separate your code into different applications, small applications. This is called a start app. Now let's try that. Let's clear the screen. This is how you start. Now I'm going to say Python manage.py start app and your application name. Now I'm going to say post. See, Python manage py, that means manage Python, and the subcommand saying start app and then the app name post. Look what will happen when you press enter. Now it has created a new package. See? Now it has its own files. It has again a post and then it has a migrations folder. I'm going to come to this one. And then it has this init.py and admin.py apps, all the information. Apps will be the configuration for your application. Let's scroll down here. So yeah, right. You don't need it anyway. Yeah. Right. This will say, okay, class post app config default autofill and then name is the post. This is automatically created for you. This is the configuration file bus and the models. This will be your models. I'm going to come back to here and then any testing. Unit tests, these are called test cases. You can just write test cases. And then this is the important one, the view. View means the whatever the output you give from your post. If you want to get a list of posts, you can use this view, right? We'll start from the scratch. Now, how are you going to tell Django to use this application? This is how you're going to do that. You have to create a path first. This is first thing will be under views. This is the first thing you're going to see, right? If you go back to here, you will have an app called post. This is the post app. This will be the post. And there will be lots of other paths. Like for example, a view saying list of posts. Or maybe you can just say whether it will, the name will be index, but it will display all the posts. Right? There'll be another view. Right? There'll be another view saying, let's delete this. From here, it might say post, a single post. Right? This is my app, and this will be the, what do you call this? Different view. These are called view actions. Or maybe we can just say view methods. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Different languages, different programming languages, these are called view index, or this is a view, and this is a view. It will output something to your, like a user. Like for example, if show me all the posts, you say request, it will request something and then response. Request one post and response one post. That's the same thing. It will work with request and response things. Like let's go back to my code. Let's create an index. So this is how now I'm going to create this. You can just create lots of views here. First, I'm going to say def. We learn these things. And I'm going to say index, and you have to put a parameter here, right? A parameter will be always whatever the request is. So say request. That's the parameter, right? So somebody's request, all the request information will be in this directory, in this parameter. Now you're going to return something. You have to return something, right? For that one, I'm going to use another package from Django. I'm going to say from Django.http. Remember, I just mentioned before, it's just like HTTP request and HTTP response. Import, I'm going to say response, HTTP response. This is the one I'm going to use. Now I'm going to return it saying HTTP response. And inside, I'm going to do something. I'm going to say hello Django. All the, let's say hello Django. Or we can just say this will display all the posts. And I'm going to create another one. If say in post, or maybe new, let's say new, again request, same pattern, request colon return HTTP response saying create a new post, right? Two different things. I'm going to save that one, right? Yes. Now let's save. Now we saved it, right? Now we have a nice little application here. Now we have two different methods. One is index, which will display all the items, and then another one is the new. To do this, like even though if you just say, if you just go back to your browser saying, give me this one, just say slash post, that means post, it doesn't matter index, even though if you didn't give the name, it will pick up the index. If you try enter, now it says the page, the URL, it doesn't found, you can't just found this one, but it's will say here under URL config, my blog URLs only is here. This one is there. Admin only, admin works. If you just say admin, see, there's an admin. It works. I'm going to come back to this admin, but we need the posts, right? If you type post, it should display this message, not an error. It should display all the posts. And then if you type new, it should display create a new post, right? Let's start with that. For that, we have to tell Django or tell the system we have a URL. That's a specific thing. You have to come back. Now you go to the post, you create a file, click inside the post, you create a file new, and it should be exactly this name. It should be urls.py. You have to tell that, right? Remember that. So it should be urls.py, or it looks like this. If you look at this, it's the same name here as well. So see, it's the given. That's a convention. You must follow that. It should be URL. So if something doesn't work on your part, make sure the spellings are correct. Now I'm going to import a file like this from Django.urls saying import path. See, I'm going to tell a path. Path will be /post/something. And I'm going to import from this directory. Dot means from the directory and get me all the views. Whatever the views. This views file. So this is most important. You can just directly say views. It doesn't matter. It will work. But it's better you follow this convention because current directory will say this. This will be saying my current directory. So then, even though if you just import, sometimes some modules might have same name views. Python might get mistaken and then it might import different views for you. It's better you do this from dot means current directory import views. That's the first step. Now you have to create a list of paths. So at the moment we have two views. So we have to tell the URLs saying we have two views. This is how I'm going to say it. Again, there is another list which Django will understand and pick up from. You can't change this name. It should be URL patterns. See, patterns. So where this is coming from? If you look at this one, now if I just say URL patterns, you will see this. See, you will see this one. So this is, it doesn't come automatically. For that, you have to install an extension called Django. So make sure you install this one. It will get you all the things you need. These are for coding. It will help you how code nicely using your, sorry, say Django. You just search for it and download it. Now I'm going back. I'm going to say URL patterns. I'm going to say URL patterns, and then I'm going to select this one. It will create a blank list for you, right? The list, you have to tell whether where is this coming from. Now I'm going to say path, right? The path, and if there is nothing entered, saying post, and then you just make sure you pick up from views. So we have the views, this file, it's coming from here, this views, and I'm going to say dot, you will see index, see index, this one, pick up that one, views dot index, views index. If you want to learn this one, how are you going to use it? You're going to say another path. I'm going to say comma, because you know we used this list last week, path. I'm going to say new. If somebody type new and make sure views dot new is picked up, right? Two different things. Now save it, right? This is how you're going to do that. Now it says, now we have mentioned about our URLs using this view under post. If you need another one, like for example, comments, you create another application and then use that. It's better you separate all those things, right? Now URLs are there. You have two different paths. The path is just post, pick up the index. If it is new, pick up the new. That's okay. Now we have told them, let's try that, try the application. If you look at the server is still running. See? Now go back to your browser. Let's try post, enter. Still nothing works. Let's try post new. No, nothing works yet, right? So what's next? But still, look at this, where this one finds the views. Remember this. See, it will look at here. See, this is myblog.urls. If you're looking at the URLs are my blog, because we have mentioned it under not my blogs, we have mentioned it under posts. So if you're looking at the main application URLs, now we have to tell the main application, we have some list of URLs, please pick up from that. And this is how you're going to do that. You go back to your blog, my blog, and open this URL, right? This file. Now here it says Django URLs path. Now we have to right, now we have to tell another import. You can say include, right? Include. Next time in the same URL patterns, you have to tell path when somebody types post, and then make sure you get these files from where it should be inside post, this post, and then dot URLs. See, save it. And if you look at this one, this is how you're going to tell this part. So get this URL. So get this one from here, post. This is my path. If somebody types post and then pick up post.url, post.url is this one and this one. See, now you understand it, right? From the post and the URL. So now let's save it. Let's try that application again. Go back to my browser. Now I'm going to say post, press enter. Now you will see this displays all the post. Now if we say post.new, now you have the second view. See, this is how it works. Now, if you go back to your local host, you will get this error. Why is that? Because now the default page is gone. As long as the first time when you create a URL file, the first one will be gone, right? You have to create a URL for that as well. So that's for later. Now, for now, we can just say post. Now all the posts will be there, right? This is how you do that. Now we have created a URL nicely. Now it works. Now my view is working. We have two different views. We're going to change back. We come back to change this thing, right? Now next step. Next step, we are talking about If you look at this one, this file, see, it says db.sqlite 3. SQLite, DB means it's a database. This SQLite is a database, a database which lies within your application. It's not like a real database, but still you can use it within your application, right? We're going to use this database to store data. You can just connect MySQL, you can just connect SQL, so whatever the database, these kind of things are supported. Now we're going to use the same database. The method will be the same, but we're going to use this database because this is automatically created for us, right? You can just, after this class, you can just follow any other Django applications or tutorials. You can just change this into another one, right? Now, we're going to use this database. For use this database, we need to represent of our post to the database. Like we have to tell the database we have, this is the model we're going to use to store our information, or this is the table we're going to use to store our information. So we have to tell that. So we have to go, if you click on the post, you click on the models. At the moment, you don't have anything. Now we're going to create the models here. So we'll see already there's an import set django.db import models, right? This is how you're going to start. Now we're going to create the model. I'm going to create like this. I'm going to say class. Remember the class? Now the class name. The only thing we're going to use is if you just say just class, it will be just a normal class. It won't be treated as a model. Then you have to inherit from models. This is how you inherit. Models dot model, right? Now Django will understand this is a database, or this is an entity, or this is a model that will be treated as a model, and then this will be used to create tables. So if you have installed Visual Studio and then you go back to your extensions, you can install this one as well. So this one, SQLite. Make sure you install this extension so you can read SQLite databases. This is how you're going to read. Just click here, close this one. After installing this one, go back to your database, this one, db.sqlite. You won't see anything here, but you can just right mouse click and then you can just say open database. See, open database, right mouse click, open database. You will get an explorer like this using Visual Studio. See, and then you expand it, it will show. Now at the moment, there is nothing, no tables inside the database. It's just a blank database created for you. You're going to come back to this later. Now we're going to create the models. Same thing, class. Now the block as a title. Title, it's an attribute. I'm going to say title. Yes, we have title. What sort of title? Title should be in the database, there will be varchar fields, integer fields, all these fields. On Django, we're going to say like this. We're going to say models dot, it's a character field, char field. See, and we can say the length of that one. I'm going to say max length equals, say 250. That's one. I'm going to create another one called body. And I'm going to say models dot. Now this one, I'm going to use a text field, right? And create a date. I'm going to say models dot date. See, you have the two different fields here, date field or date time field. I'm going to use a date field. Just the date only, I don't need the time. And created by, who created it? Created by. I'm going to say it should be just again char field, which will be max length of 150. Now you have something to post. Say you can just say you have a post, you have the post as a title, the post as a body, and post as a created date, and then post as who's created. Just let's save it. Now we have saved that one, right? Now, still Django doesn't understand this model. We have to tell it, right? This is how we're going to tell it. So to tell this one, I'm going back to my right, this one. So now let's go back to, let's try. Now to start with, we can just say go back here and clear. Now we have created it. I'm going to say this is another command saying Python manage.py, and if you just say help, oops, sorry, no message. Now you will see two different commands. One is says make migrations, other one is says migrate, right? Make migrations will be doing what it does was like it will read this model and create a migration file that can be understandable by the database, right? It's kind of a bridge between your class file, that means your entity, and the database. That file will be used to create the tables here. So let's create one. How are we going to create it? Just clear. Let's say Python manage.py, and then say what was the command? Migrations, right? Let me check back. Make migrations, yes, clear. Let's say Python manage.py and make migrations, right? See, make migrations. Now press enter. Let's press enter. What will happen? Now that means no changes detected. No changes detected means that means this one doesn't understand, the Python Django doesn't understand this class yet. We have to tell it. All right? How do you want to do that? We're going to go back to our settings. Go back to the main one, and you're going to say in the settings Python, you have to add that under these installed apps. It should, you have to tell that, because if you go back to our apps folder under apps Python, you can just say says post config, the name is post. You have to tell that, right? Let's go back to settings on your main my blog file, settings, and now you have to tell that. How are you going to tell that? The name, the path. Look at the path. It's under post, and then it's under apps and this name, right? Let's copy that. This is how you're going to do that. Let's go back to my settings under blog. Let's say we have an app now. Now we're going to tell we have an app. I'm going to say post this folder dot this module apps, and inside that I have this class, right? And save it. Now let's try back again. Let's clear. Let's try back and then make migrations. Now you have a migration file. See, you have say migrations for the post. Under this directory, they has created a migration. Let's look at the migration file now. Under post, this is the first migration. It says Django migration model, and then operations. See, total fields, name, migration, create model. The fields will be post, and then ID, true, auto created. All those information will be created. This will be understandable by the database, whatever the database you're going to use. Now we have created the migration. Now look at this. Now we're going to create the. Actually, we're going to apply the migration. This I want to use it. Python manage.py, and I'm going to say migrate, right? First time you just create migrate and then migrate. Every time you do a change to a model or anything, you add a new module, you have to create a migration using make migrations, and then you have to say Python manage.py and then migrate. Migrations migrate. Now when you press enter, look at this, what will happen. Now it has applied lots of things here. See, applying oath. So there are different migrations, that only our migration is here. That means there are other migrations for other party. When we create the application, there are lots of other migrations. It is only thing is ours is this. So there are lots of changes. Now let's go back to my database and have a look at it. Now let's open the SQLite Explorer. Let's refresh it. Now you will see all the tables created for you. This approach is called the code first approach. That means you using your code, you create the database models. Database you see it says post.post. If you click here, it will see integer, ID is integer, We haven't even given an ID. See, ID is automatically created. The title is var chart 250. It matches the max length 250, and then the text field and the date, time, and var chart. See, this is how you create the models. Now we have something to look at to enter data. Now next step, we have created the model. Now we're going to manage this model, whatever the tables, using the admin, right? Remember this admin? I told you, you just say forget the post. Now let's go back to /admin. You will get this admin. You have to username and password. By default, there is nothing, no username, no password, because you haven't created the migration. We just create the migration. How do you going to create a username password? This is how you're going to create. You come back to your application console, right? Let's type Python manage.py and then type help again. You will see under admin auth, you will see two different things, commands. See, create super user and change password. You're going to use create super user to create a user. Let's clear it. I'm going to say manage Python manage.python, and I'm going to say create super user. It's one word. See, Python manage.py and then create super user. Three different things, and press enter. Now use username. I'm going to say leave blank to use Fikri to pick up my name. Else I'm going to say admin. And then email address. I'm going to say admin@example.com. A password. I'm going to type ABC123. So it will complain now. Ask for another password, ABC123. I say the password is too short and it must contain at least 8 characters. So even the bypass password validation, create user anyway. I'm going to say yes for demonstration only. Else you have to create a good password. If you are using it in the production, make sure you create a very good password. I'm going to say yes. Now the super user is created successfully. The username is admin, password is ABC123. Let's go back to the browser. And I'm going to type username is admin. And the password is ABC123. Login. Now you get a nice user interface. See? It's a nice user interface to manage all those things. This will be your admin. Now say users, all the users, you can just create users here. New users, all yes, no filter, any super user from here, and then groups. Groups is for like roles. This is called roles. Like for example, you can just create an admin group and then add some users there. Or you can just create a user and then add to that group. You can action, delete selected users, you can add users. This will be your administration. Now I'm going to use the same thing to add blogs. Right? Make sure this will be my administration. You can just fine tune these things if you want. Just for now, we're going to use the same thing. Now I'm going to add my blogs, the post table here to data enter. This is how you do it. It's simple. It will be just one line of code and it will be added here. Let's go back to the code. Right? Go back to your main application, which is my blog, and then open where it is. Open admin.python. Right? You open that file under post admin.python. This is how you do. This is just one line. Make sure. Now, first thing you have to import your models. What are the models? I'm going to say from.models, that folder, and import post. See, that's one line. And again, I'm going to create I'm going to say admin. Admin is coming from here. Admin.site.register. Please register this one. Are you going to register this post? Let's save it. So this line is the import line. This is this one. Import and then use this command saying admin.site.register. Admin is coming from here, right? Admin.site.register post. Now look what will happen. I'm going to save this file and I'm going back to my admin. Right? You will see the admin here. Now refresh. Now you will see the post. See, just 2 lines of code or 1 line. It's important. We can't just treat it as a line. 1 line. Now you have an admin to add post. You click here, you click add. You'll get a nice little form. See the title. I'm gonna create a title saying, okay, explain about Django. And let's get some text here, Lorem. Let's generate. Let's get this text. Copy and paste it here. And the date will be maybe today, and then created by me. I'm going to save it. See, now I'm going to add another block. Let's say explain about admin module and paste it. Maybe this is today, created by same guy. Save. Now you will notice it will just read as post object to post object. Like if you had another one saying maybe, okay, starting Python from 0 to hero. We started like last month maybe, and same person, same. Right now you will see 3 different things. Post object, we have created 3 different, but it doesn't look nice in the admin. Right? This is how you're going to fix it. You go back to your application. Right? Go back to your application. And in the admin module, you add this one. Go back upstairs and then go just say another one, create class post admin. Right? This class will be post admin, whatever the name you want. I'm going to say it should be an admin module, admin dot model admin. Right? And then you have to tell the list display. This is a must. You have to display what to display. And you have to tell this is a tuple. Tuple means you can just send up 3, like return any number of items. Right? You have to tell, if you want, you go back to your models where saying, okay, they have title, body, created date, created by. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to say in the list, I'm going to say title, and then I'm going to say created date, and then I'm going to say created by. Admin, I'm going to say title, and say created date, and I'm going to say created by. Now save it. Save it. Now you have to tell. Now you already registered post. Now you have to register this one, post admin. It's simple, comma, post admin. You save that. Right? Now let's go back to my admin. Now you will see it. Now refresh. See, title, created date, created by. Now it's simple. Now it's nice. You have a nice looking admin for your posts, creating posts. If you want to modify these things, you go back, you modify or delete. You can just say, okay, let's create a parameter here. Enter and save it. See, you click again to see that. Save. This one, save. Same thing. Starting. See, save. Now you have a nice looking admin. So imagine within 1 line of code, we have added here the post and we have created an admin for us. So this will be your backend for your admin. Now let's create some front end stuff to display this information, right? Let's go back to the code. At the moment, what will happen if you go back to the post, there's nothing. It will be just a simple text. We have to display something here, the list of posts. Now we are going to talk about the templates, right? Let's talk about the templates. How do you create a nice HTML template here? Let's go back to my code, right? We understand. We'll just close everything here. Close. Nice. Now my block, I am under post, right? This is you start. At the first step, you have to, now you will see these directories. This is very important. These directories, the names are very important. You have to follow the conventions, the naming URLs like that. Like it should be views. Only it will be views, this Python, it will pick up from there. Now I'm going to click on this post. I'm going to create a new directory called templates. Make sure always use this name. You have to use this. It's a convention. Then only the Django will pick up this folder as my template folder, right? Now I'm going to next step, I'm going to right mouse and create a new file inside that folder. Saying I'm going to say, let's say post._view.html, right? Even though it's an HTML, see, it will get an icon like this, DJ, right? It's a Django template. This is how you're going to get. There's another extension called Django templates. After you install, you will get that. Let me go back here. Django. See, in the inside you have this template as well, Django templates. See, this one I have installed. I think I have installed something here. Can't remember, right? You can just use that one. Yeah, if you want, you can install it. It will work as, I think, which one I have installed? This one, I guess. Django template. It will understand all the templating things for Django, right? Let's install that one. Right. Now go back. Now we have a template. Now this is how you're going to do this. First, I'm going to say h1 /h1. Let's say post. Right. Now I'm going to create a post. Let's say ul /ul. Say li. Say post1/li. I'm going to copy these things. And let's say post2, post3, save. So this is a basic HTML file. A basic HTML file. The naming is, it's up to you. I normally use this like post_view, right? So it's up to you depending on your action. Right? If you want to create another action, say new dot underscore, this will be for this action. For example, if you just go for this, for index, I use the same post, and for new, I'm going to use new _ view like that, right? It's up to you. Let's go back to post. Let's save it. This is the first step. Now let's save it and just try our application and press enter. Still nothing, right? But still the web server is running. See, you have a log here nicely. Just say now you are here, post. Still nothing. So how do you going to apply these things into post? Let's save. Now let's save it, right? This is how you're going to tell. Now, to tell these things, to get this post, these views, you have to tell the view to pick up this file. Right now, for index, it should be this view, this portion. This is how you're going to do that. It's as simple as that. So let's go back to my views, and then you will see this command like render. It says Django shortcuts render. This one, we're going to use that one. Now, let's import my post. Not now. Let's say now I'm going to say, I'm going to remove this one. You don't have to send a response. Let's say I'm going to say return. Now I have to say render, a different command. Render, what you're going to do, what you're going to render, it should be request. Whatever the request, because it should be sent to the request, and then you have to tell the file name post_view.html. Now save it. Now look what will happen. You keep the request here. Now it says, if this come to this index and then return a render and this request plus the view, right? Let's save it. Now let's try back. Now let's click enter. Now you will see the post and post1, post2, the HTML part, right? Still you are not completed. Still it doesn't work because still it doesn't pick up from the database, right? Because if you go back to your admin and you will see there are 3 posts, it should say starting Python from 0 to 0. Those things should be displayed here, right? Let's go back. And then let's say post. This is how you do that. Now go back to your code in the render. Now here it will just render whatever the thing you have given, right? Now we have to tell this render method saying, I have some post from the database, make use of it. Right? This is how you're going to do that. I'm going to say from my models folder and then import my post. See, that's the first line. So it goes inside the models and it will get this one, right? Because it's bind to the database. Now, next step will be you have to get the post. This is how you do that. All the post into a variable saying post dot objects, all the objects, and dot. See, you have plenty of options. You can just say all. You can just say get one post. You can just say any, an ID. You can just say new, or maybe save a post. You can just post dot save. See, save, and then objects, get everything. Now I need every post, and I'm going to say all post. So everything from it will be pick up from the database, and it will save it in this variable. Right now, I have items in the variable. Now I have to tell, make sure when you render it, make sure you send these things to this post HTML. This is how. There is another parameter, comma. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to type like a, this is called a dictionary, right? Dictionary means a key value pair. The key value pair means this will be the key and this will be the value, whatever the value. Right now I have to send all my post. I'm going to say the key will be post and the value will be my post. This one, right? Let's save it. Let me explain again. I have imported everything from here. The post is imported, right? You have the post here. Now you can just say post index. Now I'll pick up everything from the database saying post.objects.all, and I'm going to say I send this information to my post.html. Let's save it. Let's try back. Let's try again. Let's refresh. Still nothing, right? Now we have to tell this view HTML, this template, to pick up what we have sent. So we have to get this information and display under here. This is how you're going to do that. This is how you do it. Normally in Django templates, you have to create a template. Like you have to tell Django to use this. Now we know there are lots of posts. It's an array. Like remember for in loop, you're going to use the same. In Django, this is how you start. In the Django template, you just open a curly bracket and put this percentage mark, right? This is where you write dynamic code. You have to do this. This is called template code. And I'm going to say for, remember, one post in post. So post will be this one, this variable, right? Make sure that post, that is enough. Now I'm going to go back to my, now I'm going to say N4 like this. See, you have to tell, okay, this is the block, start 4 and end 4. This is how you create Django template code. Now this will be repeated depending on the items. Now I'm going to delete these things. I don't need this one and I don't need this one. Now I'm going to say post. Now this is right dynamic code, and this is this level, 2 curly brackets, 2 open curly brackets, 2 close curly brackets, right? This one, see, open 2, close 2. This means this is called data binding. So this is how you bind data from this. You can just simply, you can just say post dot title. Remember, because this post has a title, see, title, body, create these things, the same title. Now let's save it. Now let's try back our code. I'm going to go back again. This means this is the Django template code. That means for all the posts in this post and save this into this variable, and N4 loop through again, and then make sure you display it using this one. This is called data binding. You have this data here. Now save it. Let's refresh the code. See, now you have the data from the database. If you want, you can just go back to your admin, create another one saying, let's say testing for data. You paste it here. Today, it types another name, maybe Kenoli, and save. You have the fourth data, and then you come back to your post, enter. Now you have your testing for data. Now you have a nice looking application, a simple application, which will be like getting data from your backend. You have a backend, admin backend, and you have a front end, right? It will display. Now using this part only, you can just create a nice block. Let's try to create another view for new, a simple view, just saying it doesn't say anything, but it will explain something here. Let's create another one. I'm going to say create a template, new file. It's the same thing. New view.html. Normally I use the same name here. I'm going to say h1 new post. H1. Let's type something here like that one, /b. Right, you have this one, new post. That's it. You don't need anything else, right? New view. Now you go back to your views Python, and then here you have to return render request, and the name should be new view.html. The same thing, repeating the same thing. Now let's save it. It doesn't have any data, but it will be repeating. Save it. Now go back to, now if you just type new, you will see say new post. Now you have post, all the post, and the new post as well, right? So simple as that. Now let's create a template file. This is how you create a template file. Now, because if you just type HTML here, right? If you create these HTML files, you shouldn't repeat all the things. Like maybe if you have the title, the HTML stuff, it should be a base template can be used to display this information, right? This part can be dynamic, but still these should be parts of that main HTML file. That yes, you can just create here HTML/HTML, all those things, but you have to repeat everything. Imagine if you want to change something, a layout change, and then you have to come back everything, and then you have to go through all those things and change it, right? For that, I'm going to create a template like this. We'll start like this. Let's create a template like this. Right mouse click, new file. I'm going to create template, or maybe I'm going to say layout.html. So this is the main layout. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to go to Bootstrap. I'm going to say Bootstrap. See, this is a template engine. This is an HTML, CSS engine. You can use these things. Get started. And you just scroll down, you will just click to start a template here. You can just copy paste these things. You just copy and come back here. So and you paste it here, right? You save it, you have everything here. So you have this hello world and all those things. I'm going to delete this hello world. So this is how you're going to use these templates, right? So this is how to use. This template must be this base template. Just give me a second. Yeah, sorry about it. So this is how you're going to do that. So we have this template. Now we have to tell Django to use these things within the template, right? At the moment, it looks like this, right? See, post, and then if we just say new, it doesn't have anything. See, now it should be inside everything. Just say post. Again, let's go back to my code. Right? You go back to your code and then go to the layout HTML, you save it. Now here, this is normally the place we just write the stuff. So let's delete this one and this place, right? This is how you're going to tell. You have to tell Django, make sure you use this template, and then this says hello world. Let's say make, let's say my blog, Django, and save that, right? So this area, this body area, make sure you replace all the things, whatever the view, use this template and replace the post view here. So for example, it should be like this. So if you just come here, the new one, it should be replaced to this layout here. Then you will understand nicely, it will display, right? So, but we know not gonna hard code, because hard code is not the one. We're gonna tell Django to do that for us. This is how, this is a Django template saying, this is how you're going to do this. So you're going to say, make sure there is a Django template command or a dynamic function called block. Just say block, it says start block, and then you can just tell a name for that. I'm going to say content. Whatever the name, it's up to you, right? And content. Now you will see in between, this will be replaced, whatever it is, right? This is the same thing. So whatever the content we send, make sure it will be replaced by Django, right? This is a simple thing you have to tell. This is block content and then end block content, right? Whatever the name, this name is up to you. Huh? It doesn't matter. So it's but the name should be given here and then should be end block. Now go back to your post. Let's go back to my post. Let's refresh, nothing there, right? In the post, you have to tell, make sure you pick up this layout template and replace these elements here, right? This is how you're going to tell. You start from the top. You go back to your template, you're going to say, and then you can just say extends, right? Extend, and then you have to give the name of the template, which is template.html. Right? This is, sorry, not template, it should be layout.html. Layout.html, right? Now, that's one part that will be extending. Now it knows, okay, which template to use. If you have different layouts, you can just say extend that layout, right? Imagine you have a layout for printing. The printing layout, you can just pick it up. Now, next step is like you have to tell this block here from post, this block to replace and from within these areas. So this is how you're going to say. If you start from this block, my block will be, you can start block, and then the name will be the same name, should be the same name, content, same name, and then copy this part. Sorry. Get this one and put it under here. Now it says block content, end block content. This content, now we will be using this layout HTML, and we will make sure replaced within these, whatever the block start end, these areas will be replaced for this area, right? Let's save it and try. Let's save. Now you have block content, it's there. Now go back to my, you shall see, this is, now if you refresh it, now everything's changed. Now it's picking up the main layout. Now let's go back to new. Now it doesn't look like nice. Let's go back to my code and we do the same. Go back. How are you going to do? On the top, you say extend. What is to extend? Layout.html. And use this code block. I'm going to cut everything. And I'm going to say block. It should be content, and tab within that block. Make sure you paste this and save it. Right? Let's go back to the page. refresh. Now this is used, right? This is how you template it. Let's create a nice template here. Now go back to my Bootstrap. Let's start something. Let's go back to my components, and then I'm going to look at this navbar. Navbar, I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, and then let's, where it is, let's scroll down, color schemes. Oops. Let's use this one, this blank one, right, without a link. So let's copy this part, see, navbar, and go back to my code. And in the layout, right, go back to your layout and top of this, right, these are the stuff you're going to replace. On top of this, I'm going to paste this and save it. Save it, and then I'm going to say my blog and save. And let's try to refresh this one. Go back to my code, and then I'm going to refresh it. Now you will see a nice little bar here. And then if you go back to the post, so it's a nice looking bar. Now I have to just format these things. So again, you go back to your template. This is simple HTML, and these blocks, see, these blocks, I'm going to cut this one in the layout HTML. I'm going to say div class container and close /div. Within this container, make sure your code block is there. Let's save it, right? Now go back and refresh. Now it has a nice thing to hit, right? Now if you go back to your post new, now it's in the middle. See, now you have a my blog and new post here. It looks nice now. Next step is like get all the blogs here in a nice format. See, all the blog posts. So let's go back to my code here. Now, next step, let's move this template file into a central location. Imagine now you have posts. Imagine you have another application, another part of the application saying comments. Then again, you have to create this template file. It shouldn't be here. It should be using, right, this layout file from a shared location from everywhere. So for that, what you're going to do is I'm going to create a new directory called. So in the root, right, nothing is selected. In the root, you create a new directory called templates, right? And then you go back inside the post template and grab the layout inside this template. Now move. Now it moved. Let's try the application back. Now everything is failed. So look at this. Now it says template does not exist, post. Why is that? It's looking for this layout HTML. Where it does look for? There are paths it just look for is here. See, these are the path and then Python Foundation, my blog EN, there's nothing, you can't find anywhere. So you should look under these paths. See, look at this path. Admin templates or templates that under post templates layout. So it looks on these areas, but still it couldn't find. So we have to tell Django this separate path. We have to tell we are using a separate path to my file and make sure you pick it from there. This is how you're going to do that. You go back to your main application, which is my blog, and then you go inside the settings and you scroll down and you will see under templates and you will see a list called dir, which is black, right? You have to tell Django to pick up my templates path. This is how you're going to do that. Let me open that. This is how you're going to do it, right? You will see a file here, says base directory. See, base directory, which is whatever the path is, right? Now let's scroll down and under where it is, dirs. This is how you're going to start, right? You have to tell dirs and then press enter, go to the next line saying OS will be picked up from here. So where it is, this Django file. Right, OS dot, see, OS is not there. So how do you going to import it? You have to import this file from the top. So this is how you're going to do that. So let's go back to under base there. You can just say from OS, right? From OS, let's say OS dot, let's say path, it doesn't pick up. Or maybe we can use the path. Let's say path dot maybe join capital P. Yeah, yes, sorry, should be path dot join path, right? So how to join? What to join? You said the base dir, comma, and the templates folder. Right? You can hard code this as well. It doesn't matter. Just it's better you just do like this. Now let's go back to my. So path is like copied from to get from this one path, right? Now path dot join path. See, join path base dir and templates. Let's save it and then go back to my code, and this should work right now. Now it works fine. See, post, and now we have a central location to all my applications. Now post. See, you have a nice looking thing. Let's create this one. Maybe let's go back to my, let's create this group. This group. Let's create like this one. This look nice, right? So let's list group, a list item, or maybe, yeah, this looks nice. So let's copy this one, right? Let's go back to my code here. This code and post views, yes. On the post view, let's paste it here. Let's make sure we'll use this. It says OL items, LI. You don't need OL, you can just say UL and UL. Right? So we don't need, so LI, you have to delete all these things. So it will be the same thing repeated. Right? Now we can just get this for loop here, copy and paste it here. See, because this li1 must be rotated, and then end. So let's save it. Nice. Now this group, that's okay. Now this one, subheading should be my post dot title, right? And then this should be, the body should be post dot body, and this class created by, you can just say created by, maybe you don't need this one, you can just say span class small / span, you can just say created by, who created it, just say post dot created by underscore by, and at, or maybe on, you can just say post dot created date. Right, you save it and you delete this part. You don't need this part, or you don't need this entire thing. Well, just copy this one. Yeah. Copy all these things. So maybe cut and paste it under here. To save it, let's go back to my screen and refresh. See, now you look, there's a nice looking blog here. See, post, and you have all this separation. It says explain about Django and then modules, and then Ishmael who created this date, the date information, all these things are available right now. If you want, you can just go back to your admin. If you want to add a new blog, you can just say admin, post, create a new blog post. We have learned a few CSS. Let's paste it. Maybe it might not paste here. Let's copy it back, copy and paste it today. Maybe Canoli and save. Now come back to your post. Post. Oops, not admin. It should be /post. See, now you have the this one as well, right? So we have a nice looking website, right? So it's a simple website. We'll just create it using Django. And let me go through this one more time. What we have done so far, like a catch up. So we'll start with this command. We created a nice looking, go back to PowerShell, right? A playground ls Python cd a5 ls, right? We created a nice looking one. Like we just started from checking Python version, right? Python version. And then what we did was like we created an environment. Remember this environment? We are inside this environment. Look at these things. We are inside this environment. Okay, lots of log here. Let's stop the server, control break, and see we are in this environment. So everything is within this environment. Make sure. So if you come back another day, make sure if you come back another day, always you just run this one, saying v environment, and then make sure you just say scripts and then activate. Like always you start from here, you just activate it, and when you click activate, and it will activate the environment, whatever the things you have installed. If you just look at this environment, just say ls, you will see lots of here. If you just go inside this environment, vnv ls, see you have these include files, include, you have these includes here. Or if you just go inside the library, you will get the library site packages, and all the libraries we just installed will be here. See the Python, the version Django 3.1. So everything will be restricted to this environment. That's the important part, right? So if you come back to another environment and maybe you have a different Django version, then it won't be conflicting with your global. Don't ever install it globally. It should be inside the environment, right? How do you going to create the environment? You just say Python -m vnv and your name, virtual environment. Vnv means, right? So virtual environment and the name of the environment. So it will pick up, and then you have to start. Everything will be picked up from here. So all the things will be installed under here. Nothing will be shared within your OS. If you don't want this environment, you can just delete it and then go back to a normal code, right? So this is your environment. So then what we did was like we created an application. On this one, we created an application. This is kind of a recap. We created the application. We started from here. We just went through the my blog, and then we created an application using the same Python management code. So if you want another one, like for example, imagine you want another one saying Python, let's say manage.python, and then start app. You can just say comments. Start manage. Sorry, Python command is wrong. Clear. Let's say Python p, not Python, should be Python, and it will create another thing called comments. See, it has its own migration, it has its own admin panel, it will be the same thing repeating, right? It will has its own view. See, it doesn't have right now view. Comments, apps, everything will be there. Admin Python will be there, initialization, and all the migrations required. If you have models, you can just create the model here. Just go there, and then it's a class file. Class can just say comment and inherit from models dot model, and then you can just say title of the comment. Maybe you can just say models dot char field. Go say title should be max length 150, and maybe the comment the comment models dot text field, and who commented, and then it should be models dot char field again, maybe 100, max length should be 150. Let's make it 250 here, right? So all those things you can just say like that. So then next step will be to create this model. Like same thing, you have to follow any application you create, you have to follow the same step, but this make sure the templates directory is here. New, if it's nicely code is separated, you will know, okay, this is for the new, and this will be for the first, and this will be for others. So application, you have the different migrations for it. If you want the migrations to be happen, how do you going to do that? You just go back to your main application and go inside the settings to add that under applications. Installed app should be not post, it should be comments.apps.comments config, right? So if you look at this admin, go inside the comments admin, you will apps says comments config, same file, you just copy here, and then settings, you paste it here. Simple as that. You just put a comma here and then save it, right? Then you just say clear, you say Python manage.py, and then say make migrations. When you click make migrations, now migration is created for this one. If you look at this one, and then if you just say Python manage.py and then migrate, now this is migrated. If you look at the SQLite Explorer, you just select, now you have post, you just refresh, now you will see comments as well. See, under here integer title comments will be there. The same thing you have to follow. So if you want to edit inside the admin, what you're going to do, just go back to your, let's go back here, and then you say admin by, there's nothing there, you just do the same. You go back to the post, you look at the post, admin Python, see, do the same here. So this is how it works, right? So we have covered everything we need for today. I think you can just go from there. I will stop sharing my screen. How do you stop share? And I will open my video, right? We can just go from there. So now you have a nice starting template to start Django. It's simple, right? It's easy to understand. It will be very nice to go for, and it's straightforward. You just have a nice looking admin, plus you can have this one. So another one I want to show you is, like, I'll just share my screen again. 1 second, I just forgot to tell you. If you want to learn Django, just open your browser and just go back here. So I shared my screen here again. So you go back to Django, and then you just say Django and search for it. You will find the first one, the Django project, right? So you have a nice looking documentation. So there is a tutorial here, just following these things. See, models, all those things will be there. So I am working on a Python full tutorial on my YouTube channel. If you want to follow my YouTube channel, you just go here and then go to youtube.com/c/ask. So this is my channel. So this is the URL. youtube.com/c/askfikri or search for Askfikri, you will just get there. I'm at the moment working on this, and at the moment you have like plenty of other things I have done. ASP.NET Core, you have React.js, and you have like other fundamentals like dependency injection, JavaScript, and web APIs, HTML, CSS. All those things available here. If you want to learn, just make sure you just subscribe here. Subscribe, and then every week I'm working on this Python full tutorial from end to end, and I'll be uploading it here as well. So later on, you can just have a look at it here. So make sure you just subscribe, and then the notifications will be sent to you guys, right? So that's my channel. I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can just shoot it out right now.
So you have a couple of questions from the audience.
Yeah, sure.
So could you tell us how to publish our website for others outside the local network to view the website?
To publish, I think you just have to go use the same Django. Like for example, let me check this publish. In the tutorial, I haven't like go through it, so because it's kind of a what do you call overkill. That's why I didn't go through it. So it will be just a small process. You just go to this Django website, and then there is a publish thing. Just make sure you just create it locally first, and then you can just straight away publish it. It's a different techniques. If you're using PyCharm and it has a publish button, you just straight away publish it, right? So make sure you just complete these things first, and then you can just publish it into another part.
So yeah, another question. So after learning Python, which other programming language would you recommend us to learn its syntax?
It's like this. For other language, it's good if you learn C#. It's a good start because .NET framework, C# is the next best thing you have. So if you're working on Python, so there are lots of vacancies, lots of jobs out there. And yeah, PHP is a very good language to learn. PHP, if you don't learn just PHP, make sure you learn with a framework like Laravel, right? So PHP, Laravel, or C# and ASP.NET. It's up to you guys. But C# ASP.NET is very easy to learn. There's plenty of examples, and all the toolings will be free for you from Microsoft. Visual Studio Comment Edition is free. .NET Framework is free. SQL Server Developer is free. Everything will be there. So that's a good question, and you can just learn it.
Yeah, that's all the questions. With that, we have
so
come.
If you really want to know about the publishing, right? So there is a package called Django Publish. So you can just say pip install Django Publish, and then you can use that to publish your web application, and you can just deploy into a server where the Python is there. The web server must have Python. Then it will install. Okay.
Yeah. That's all the questions from the audience. So with that, we have come to the end of today's proceedings. Now I invite the CEO of Edvicon International, Ravind Uranga, to give away the vote of thanks. Over to you, Ravind.
Hi, good evening all. So I am Ravind Uranga on behalf of Edvicon International and Benzyme Ventures. So finally we have come to end of from zero to hero Python 5-day workshop, and we assume that you may learn a lot of things about Python programming language from the beginning in this workshop. So I have made this time to thank our speaker, Mr. Fikri Ismail. He's the founder of Pitch IT, and he's a Microsoft MVP, as well as he's a professional software developer in the Sri Lankan IT industry. So thank you very much, sir, for share your valuable time with us and share your valuable knowledge with us, and teach us about Python programming language very clearly. Yeah. Also, I want to thank for all audience, and thank you all for your curiosity, as well as keep in touch with us from the beginning of this workshop. So finally, I want to thank to all volunteers of Edvicon International and Benzyme Ventures. Thank you for your best effort for succeed this workshop. So this is the very first event that organized with the collaboration of Edvicon International and Benzyme Ventures, and we hope to do more. So keep in touch with us. And I want to give you a special request. So don't going to end your learning of programming languages with this session. So you must want to practice every day, and you must want to know the logics. So that will be help to understand any programming language. So that advice from my side. So thank you all, and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Viranga. I hope everyone is heroes in Python now. With that, let's conclude today's proceedings. Thank you very much for your valuable participation for the past 5 sessions as well. We hope that everyone will be with us for our future workshops as well. Good night and have a pleasant day.